This is the chicken meal. This video shows the cooking process. The full recipe at thelils.com has exact ingredient amounts, where to buy everything, a full nutritional breakdown, detailed instructions with cooking times, and more cooking styles for this recipe. Link in the description. This recipe is formulated to meet the full FEDIAF 2025 nutrient profile for indoor adult cats, and it uses a short cook window on purpose. Keeping the heat brief is what protects the heat-sensitive nutrients. Once the stove is on, things move quickly, so weigh everything out and have it all within reach before you start. Keep the supplements in their own group. Those go in right at the end. To start, cut the chicken thigh, breast, and hearts into 1-inch pieces, and do the same with the butternut squash. Even pieces mean the center of each piece reaches the target temperature quickly before the surface overcooks. That's what keeps the cook brief and the nutrients intact. Set the liver aside whole. It goes straight into the pot later. Keep everything separate. The proteins go in at different stages. Now for the poach. The thigh goes in first with some of the recipe water. Cover, bring to a boil, then reduce to low and simmer for a few minutes until the outside turns pale. The centers are still undercooked at this point. That's completely fine. Everything finishes together. Next, add the breast and simmer a few minutes. Then, the hearts. A little longer. Check the center of the largest pieces with a thermometer. Everything needs to hit 165 Fahrenheit with no pink left. Once it does, turn off the heat and move the pot off the burner. With the heat off, let the pot sit for a few minutes until the liquid cools down, then add the liver straight in. Cover and leave it undisturbed for a few minutes until the surface turns brown and the center reaches 165 Fahrenheit. Residual heat is enough. Direct flame would break down the nutrients that make liver worth including. Once it's done, take the lid off and let everything cool. While the chicken cools, move to the second pot for the squash. Simmer it in the remaining water until it's tender enough to pierce with a fork. Then add the egg yolk. Stir it through and simmer until it's fully set and opaque. Once it's cool enough to handle, mash it until smooth. The squash and egg yolk are part of the nutritional formulation. This is the gravy layer, not just a topping. Once the chicken has cooled, transfer it to the food processor with a little of the poaching liquid and pulse a few times in short bursts. You're after small chewable pieces, not a paste. Stir in the rest of the poaching liquid afterwards. Don't throw that away. It's part of the recipe. Now it's time for the supplements. Make sure the food is fully cooled before anything goes in. Heat breaks down a lot of what you're adding. For the exact amounts and where to source everything, the full recipe is at thelils.com. Give it a really good stir, more than you think it needs, until the supplements are evenly worked through. Set aside enough for the day, then divide the rest directly into freezer-safe containers, ideally each one a full meal. Spoon a smaller share of the squash puree on top of each one as the gravy layer and freeze. The full recipe with exact amounts, sourcing, and nutritional details is at thelils.com. Link in the description. Hope your cat loves it.